Horror games as of late have started becoming more and more popular. The only problem with this, that doesn't always mean better, and it has yet again forced us into relying on the indie developers. Games like Lethal Company took the world by storm, along with Sons of the Forest. Well, for about a week. But what really makes a horror game good? Well, humans have two natural fears. The fear of heights, and the fear of loud sounds. But just because I got scared of Five Nights at Walter White's doesn't mean it's a good horror game. A good horror game will give you an experience you won't forget. One that will make you think what is really happening behind the game's mask. One that will make you think about what's to come next. And I can't think of a game that has done this more recently than Buckshot Roulette. And I know what you're thinking. Well, you see, Beamer, I've already seen this game. You see, my favorite YouTuber already played this, and This game is based around, you guessed it, Russian roulette, a game for the most mentally sane Russian people. You awake inside what seems to be a bathroom, with club music playing. Drugs are scattered around the room, and text that reads, "Afraid." A normal place for any Finnish person to wake up in. Interacting with the door, you kick it down. Full of adrenaline, you ignore the man standing outside and put all your attention into the door in front of you, as if you've done this before. Please sign the waiver. No questions asked. The dealer, as the game calls this thing, knows why you're here. Signing your name, you have one goal. Don't lose. Pyramid Head, Mr. X, and even Slender Man. Most horror monsters that hunt you down have a humanoid silhouette, if not an unimaginable monstrosity. Much like the dealer, you can't even describe what it is other than a head with a big mouth. Giving a kind of basic design works in the game's favor. The dealer isn't actively hunting you or even necessarily trying to kill you. He's just doing his job, and you're his next client. 2 charges each. These are your lives. Get shot and you lose 1. 1 live round, 2 blanks. 33% chance to shoot the live round. Each round, the shells are inserted at random, so you don't just win each time. But to keep this fair, the dealer also doesn't know the order. Shooting yourself with a blank skips the dealer's turn, so you can shoot again. But shooting the dealer with a blank ends your turn. But don't try shooting yourself too many times, otherwise it's all down to luck. 3 live rounds, 2 blanks. After each round, there will be an increase of either blanks or live shells. Seeing the dealer now, you know this isn't just a game, it's life or death, and he won't just let you win. Shoot him again, you'll be sent to the second stage, where you'll be given items. The items are crucial to win. The only problem is, they're random. Once again, down to luck. There will be 5 items that you can get given. Saw. You cut off the end of the shotgun and deal 2 points of damage. Cigarettes. For once, having a smoke can save your life. We'll just ignore the grotesque pictures on the cover.
Times like this, I wish I was a smoker. All my worries would fade right away.
Beer. Removes the next shot from the gun. Can either be a blank or a loaded shot. Magnifying glass. Lets you look at the next shot to see if it's loaded or not. Works really well with the saw and the handcuffs. Handcuffs. Skips the dealer's turn, lets you shoot twice basically. Just hope you don't shoot 2 blanks at him. 2 live rounds, 2 blanks. Testing your luck, you shoot yourself. 2 live, 1 blank. Now's the time to see how lucky you really are. Handcuffing it.
Lady Luck is smiling.
Next round, 2 items are given to you. 3 live rounds, 2 blanks. A blank. Now it's 3 live, 1 blank. Using the handcuffs, we have a 25% chance to shoot a blank. Him still being handcuffed saved us a turn. Only live rounds remain. 3 live, 3 blanks. Again, using handcuff. Have you noticed anything yet? Maybe about the dealer? He hasn't cheated once. Not even a cheeky slip of a live shell. Nothing. What I find surprising about him is his integrity. The game has rules and he will follow them. He will even handcuff himself when you use them. The dealer values the rules to his game, and not once does he even lie to the player. You willingly sign your rights away, and by the looks of it, he respects it. But what really is he?
There he is! There's my favorite white boy!
Long last, we arrived at the final showdown. No more defibrillators. No more blood transfusions. Now, me and you, we are dancing on the edge of life and death. All or nothing, no backing out now. This can either make or break you. Glass, cuffs, and 2 saws. 1 live and 2 blanks. You know the drill. 1 blank and then saw, beer, cigs, and glass. After using items, 1 live and a blank are used, and then the dealer has only 3 lives left. Your turn again. Testing your luck, you see if it's gotten better. Seeing if God is looking over you, and we'll just ignore that one. After 2 more points of damage, 3 cans of beer and a saw. Starting the round off with a cancer stick, drinking a beer, and a saw. Are you ready? One more shot needed to kill the dealer. No more blanks left. The dealer is all out of luck. But that's what it's really come down to, isn't it? Luck. From the amount of blanks, whether you'll send your skull flying into the air with a self-fired shot, or the dealer getting unlucky and ending his own life just because of one miscalculation, or even the items you receive. It's all down to luck. Like flipping a coin, what will you call? Heads or tails? Everything is betting on this one game of chance. A briefcase appears. Once opened, all your hard work is paid off. Risking your own life, you have now won. All a happy ending, right? But at some point, the money will run out. So what if we had more? One last time, right? What if we did a double or nothing? You find yourself back at the club, and your attention is brought towards the pills on the counter. But you wouldn't take random pills you find, would you? So you take the pills and kick down the door, but this time, there's no one standing outside. You start with items, and you both only have 2 lives. Passing along to the second stage, you'll get more items and lives. You know the drill. But on the third stage, if you're able to beat the dealer, you have won a range of money. With the question, double or nothing. You can either walk away with the amount you already made, or you can risk it all, and your life. You continuously play until you either think you've made enough, or you die. But being the gambling addict you are, why would you ever leave? There are actually 3 endings to the game. You die, as you see here, being left with a charge, having a man outside revive you saying, "You're lucky it left you with a charge. Get up, BMO. The night is young." Or waking back in the starting room, just to repeat the cycle. The second ending being you win the money. Beating the dealer at his own game, earning the briefcase full of cash, driving away with said cash and even the shotgun. Or you die. Permanently. On the final stage, you can die with the machine cutting off your lifeline. Getting shot will send you to what seems like heaven, or what's left of it. On the second stage, you receive an item. Kinda. You can see that God has signed it. So perhaps the God of this universe is dead, and the heaven you get sent to is taken over, or even completely abandoned. The dealer, as I believe, is the embodiment of gambling, or addiction. Each ending shows what addiction can bring a person to, and never is it a happy one. The main ending represents the main part of addiction, sending you back to the start just to bet it all again. Even coming near to death, there's no option for the player other than to continue gambling. Even the room you start in has pill bottles, a common form of addiction. The second ending, showing the player driving off with money, but it feels off. The music almost with a disappointing sound to it, with a feeling of, was it all really worth risking your own life? And unfortunately, the final ending, dying. A sad truth to what can really happen to people when they get too addicted and throw their lives away. The story behind the game is truly unknown, at least at this moment. Mike Kulbnika, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, the creator of Buckshot Roulette, has made an entire universe inside his other games, and one thing to note is they are all controlled by this one company. They remain nameless, but their logo is shown. I'd say it's not far-fetched to say that Buckshot Roulette could even be in the same universe, showing the same gritty and dirtiness in the world. Even at the end of Buckshot, when you're driving away, you don't feel free. It's still enclosed alongside you while you're driving. I recently played the other side, Carbon Steel and Control Room Alpha, and all three games have the same private research organization. Carbon Steel, you're a scientist working alone for 3 days in an abandoned research facility that hasn't been used for over a decade. Getting samples from creatures they discovered from deep underground, it's your job to knock out whatever is being taken to you and gather samples from it. After 3 days, you are either killed by the company or you escape. Control Room Alpha, a short game with one goal. Take samples from underground and store them, but it's interrupted by giant spiders and the machine breaking. The player will have to enter the room newly infested by the spiders and take the samples himself. Finally, the other side. All you are doing is trying to escape, and you have a drill to do so. Opening the door, you will leave the facility.
This place isn't what it... The rest of the note is unintelligible.
With a giant spider creature hunting you down, ending the game. I could definitely see Buckshot Roulette being in this universe, either trying to get enough money to escape, or the alternate option, ending your own life so you don't have to live in it anymore. Although that's just my theory. Yeah, I'm not saying the thing. I think Buckshot Roulette was a game that was just taking up space in the developer's head, and he released it not really thinking of any backstory, and it was just a game that blew up overnight. Rightfully so. For $1.20, this game is really good, and I would recommend it to anyone. The only problem is, after the 10th playthrough, it does start to get a bit repetitive. But the game is made by one person, so that's okay. So please, go and buy the game, show the creator some love, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.